fellas, good morning. How are you all doing? It's Sunday, so we're back en route. I do routes on Sundays, you know, every week. During the rest of the week though, Monday to Thursday, I'm a spare driver, so I do whatever. But it was a beautiful morning this morning. It's a perfect day for driving and for going to work. It was raining all last night, and you know, we all love a bit of rain during the summer to cool us down. Yeah, it was lovely to wake up to it morning, you know, wet on the floor, but the sun was out and it's already starting to dry up, so I'm sure we'll be in for another hot day. So first day back at work since the new mandatory face mask rule has come into play. Honestly, I don't know how I feel about it. I know, it just screams I'm scared of this virus to me, and it's not something I'm scared of. I can tell you now, if they're not wearing, I do have some masks, the office supply, that my company supply. But if the store colleagues aren't wearing them and I'm only out the back, you know, at the loading bay, I don't really see why I should. But, you know, I mean, I don't want to fine, so I will wear them. Anyway, we're going to Chelmsford today. We've also got Witham, Malden. It's all basically in Essex. But actually we've got three, I think, in Chelmsford. We're just merging onto the A1M at the moment. The Hatfield junction, and it's about 50 minutes until we get to our first drop in Chelmsford. Being only 7 drops, this should make this quite an easy trip today. Road sweeper just flashed me in, gave him a little wig wag, as you always do as a lorry driver. It's, you know, common courtesy. So you join me about 5 minutes later. We're just about to come off the A1M. We've gone southbound from Hatfield, so 5 minutes southbound. You probably know where I'm going to get off, especially if I'm going to Chelmsford. The M25, going M25 eastbound. Chelmsford, they actually have roadworks going on at this roundabout. They're upgrading it to smart motorway, clearly, and for smart motorway, I believe you have to have an emergency refuge area. They had to be placed every 0.5 miles along a smart motorway. Since my last video, it's crazy to see how, I wouldn't say everything has come back to life, I wouldn't say that at all, but what I would say is that traffic is definitely back, and you know, there are definitely people out and about, 100%. I mean, obviously for economic reasons, I think it's amazing. It's a good thing that we're getting out again, but for work reasons, it means that sometimes it adds 2 or 3, oh well, maybe not 2 or 3, an hour maybe onto my day. Yeah, so you know, every cloud. Big shout out today to Nessatrucker UK. She's done a lot for me in the recent past, so go and give her a follow. Just going into a tunnel. Woo! That's where you open the window and rev the engine. Maybe not in a lorry though. She's a good vlogger. She's got a lot of interesting content. She's helped me out, so I'm going to help her out. Links in the description. Here we have it, sign just coming up ahead for the A12 in about half a mile. which goes to Chelmsford. Yeah, we're just about to come off the M25. Only a short trip, but I'm now switching to head cam. Yeah, it's time for a bit of POV. I guess it's the camera angle that I prefer the most, as you can probably tell. I've been following this Sogard, I guess it's Sogard lorry for about the whole time actually. But we're just breaking away now. You know, it's one of those lorries though that's like, he's going 55.5, so if I'm going 56, I'm about to overtake him, but I can't overtake him because it takes too long. But then I have to keep dropping back, and it's just annoying. I want to go 56, but no, I just ended up setting it to 55, the cruise control, and then leaving it. I did overtake him at some point. It's really quiet today on the roads. I guess it is a Sunday, it's to be expected. I can't remember what Sunday was like during the proper, you know, the proper lockdown we had back in late March, early April. There must have been no traffic on the roads, I can't remember. I don't have a video from that kind of time. So I hope you guys have been enjoying the range of videos. Aviation and driving are my two biggest passions, so I'm happy that I'm able to actually record both and share both, and I think it's a good little mix-up actually. And I've got so many plans for aviation, you know, the aviation part of this channel. I'm in the process of buying a larger aircraft at the moment. More people, it can go further, it can go faster. So just generally all-round tourer, more so than the current aircraft I have. Bugger, I just came off at the wrong junction. I was supposed to come off at the next one. Well, at least it seems to be fine. We can go right. It's added 50 seconds onto the route, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, we're clear on the right, got plenty of space to come out. So not only did I want to give a big shout out to Nessatrucker earlier, I also want to say a big thank you to everyone that has, you know, visited and viewed and subscribed to the channel lately. It's crazy. I've reached 1,000 subscribers, oh my god. I was going to do a Q&A, but I think I'll save that for 2,000 subscribers, because I tend to answer most questions when you ask on comments anyway. I'm pretty active in the comments, as a lot of you probably know. We're about 3 minutes away, we're on the A414. It's interesting how some people say A414. So I say A414, whereas other people say it like A414. You might not be able to tell the difference, but to me there's a very, very big difference there. Welcome to Chelmsford, this is it, we are here. And the drop's just around the corner, we're not very far away. I know the first drop here has a pretty awful loading bay. It's not an awful loading bay, it's definitely not the worst I've ever had to deal with. But it's got a bit of a slope, so you have to be a bit careful with cages with wheels, which is what I have. And as you come around this corner, you do have to take up a little bit the other side of the road. I took a bit too much there, it was a bit wide, but you have to take a little bit to make sure you get round. I'm usually not at this drop so early. It's usually about 10 o'clock when I turn up here, and 10 or 11, so the store's open and there's cars out the front. Now they keep changing the order of the drops around, so who knows. Go on boys, out the way, out the way. Come on, go. Oh no! Are you alright? Oh boy, are you alright? I don't know if you saw that, he just flew into the lamppost. Oh, you poor thing. He's sitting there, but he's alive. He's moving. He's alive. Oh, he's up. He's walking around. sure we'll be alright now. Now they keep changing the order of the drops around, so who knows. Go on boys, out the way, out the way. Come on, go. Oh no! Are you alright?
Bruh.
Oh boy, are you alright? Alright, we'll just set up for this reverse. Go as tight to the left as you can. Usually there's more cars parked here because it's later in the day, but only one, so it makes it a little bit easier. It's a simple back-in. I do like these loading bays because they have yellow or white lines that let you know where you are, which is always handy. Oh, we are going to need to pull forward just a little bit. We had a lady just come out with some empties there, kind of standing in the way a little bit. Okay, looks good to me. Just back it up nice and slowly. We'll know when we get near because the buffers will start to move. You probably can't see those with those FOV, but there we go. The buffers have just moved, and we're on bay actually, so they're nice and close. Right, let me show you the suspension stuff. Gloves out. Let's do the fronts first. All right. Just check the back. Yeah, so as you can see now it's a bit low, so let me just raise the arse up a bit. Sometimes with these slope loading bays you pull forward a bit more. If you pull forward a bit, it brings the buffer off of the trailer buffer off of the rubber buffer on the loading bay, so it actually allows you to move the trailer up. Because once it starts hitting like this, it starts stopping it, because you're pushing backwards. When you raise the trailer, you're pushing up, but you're also pushing the trailer backwards a little bit. Right, how's that? Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay. Alright, just got back into the lorry. Quick update on the masks. None of the store colleagues were wearing them. So I didn't. I just left them in here and no one seemed to have a problem. I mean, the store's not open yet, so it's going to be slightly, you know, they're probably less likely to care, I imagine. But I've left the back open because I have to just pull forward to get these empty cages up here anyway. So yeah, let's do that. I'll do a little time lapse of me getting the empties. Okay, that one's all done. We're back in the lorry. Oh, I've put the paperwork there already, so let's just get the departure time. 8, 32. Took about 12 empties. Actually, we took more than that, but we'll leave it as it is. I'm hoping to be able to pull out of here without having to reverse and move over. So let's give it our best shot. Oh no, we're definitely not going to make that. Let's go back then. Just have to reverse a little bit further back, that's all. Okay, we can go from here. And we are out of here. Here we are, just pulling into the second drop. Let's watch this dog and his owner on the left. Yeah, we're all good. Yeah, only a matter of minutes it took to get to this one, so that's good. That's the second time today someone's come up to the camera when I put it down. It happened at the last store, it's happened at this store, someone's just turned up to... It never happens. It never happens. People don't just walk past like that. And that time the dog even went for the camera. It's just... I just find it's funny. So I'm going to end up losing this camera by the end of the day. Someone's going to steal it, or a dog's going to eat it or something. Hey guys, so I just recorded leaving that last drop. Was an easy one, only 4 kgs, so nice and easy. Yeah, I've still got the camera, I haven't lost it yet. As you know, I lost my phone twice and my wallet once because they were stolen from the lorry. So let's try not get my GoPro stolen. Next stop's just around the corner. It's the last one in Chelmsford, then we've got a little bit of a drive. I still think it's only a short one to Witham, so yeah, in reality all these drops are pretty close together. It's a good Sunday run, that's for sure. For the hourly rate and the short route, it makes it perfect. I didn't bring it today, but so I've got the big high vis just because it was cold this morning and I hadn't actually checked the weather. But it wasn't that cold, but it wasn't warm, so I brought it. But yeah, for months I've been trying to get hold of like a vest high vis. Due to the weather, it's just been so boiling hot. It's been ridiculous. So I've had to keep wearing the bomber jacket in the heat. Although I managed to just about get a. Let's go around this post. I managed to just about get a high vis from the manufacturers just before that heat wave came, where it was like 32 degrees, 33 degrees. They've all been closed due to coronavirus, so it's been quite difficult getting hold of a uniform. Although we're transferring now to a different company, we're 2Ping over, so we don't work for the same company anymore. Well, we won't on the 1st of October. There's been an official announcement and consultation started and everything. So I'm gonna have to get a new uniform anyway. Let's just get this onto bay. So there aren't any lines in this one, so you are on the ground, so it's more difficult to tell if you're straight or not. You have to be, don't have to be exactly straight, but close enough is good, and it's also good for your pride. Which I like my pride. There we go. So we're not quite on the bay, but we're just up against the rubber kind of flanges at the moment. So a little bit further back, maybe 20 centimeters or so. There we go. We're on bay. So put it into forward gear. We'll lower the suspension, as you saw me do earlier. We're not going to do the back one yet. And we're just going to give it a little blip of the throttle. This is what I was talking about earlier again, where you pull it off the bay to allow you to move the back up more easily. So just a little beep and then a little blip and then straight on the accelerator, not on the brake, sorry. Okay, let's get this one done. How many do we have here? 7, and then 3 at the next one. Okay, that's drop number 3 done. So I've got the GoPro plugged in at the moment. This wire goes into the GoPro just here. And it's charging, which is perfect because it also reaches up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera up here. We're going to do a time lapse all the way to the next drop. I do need to get a bigger battery for like an extension. I think you can get one that's like well, double the size. So yeah, let's get a time lapse going. All right, and some music. Turning right here. Good. I think it looks like the store's open now. Are people wearing masks? There's a lot of people in the queue that aren't wearing masks. Very interesting. They were queuing up just as I was leaving the other store, the one that I just left. I saw maybe 2 people wearing masks. Guy waiting on our left, a car that just waiting he's trying to pull in. Not quite straight, we're on bay, but we're just not quite straight enough for my liking. So let's pull forward a tiny bit. Amazing, there we go. So do the usual thing, suspension down, pull forward, just a tiny bit. Hang on. There we go. That's an engine off. Drop number 4 down, going to Malden, Benfleet, and then Ware, and that's it. Where am I going? Where? Yeah, where? Going where? Where are you going? Where? 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 Anyway, that's dad joke over. Come on, anyone that lives in that area must do the same thing. There we go, so this guy's letting me go. It's a classic dad joke, that one. So I had a breakdown on the A406 last week. I was out in a rigid for the day. No, he's not going to be coming straight on. Yeah. I was out in a rigid for the day, 26 tonner I think it was. No, an 18 tonner. One of the old ones actually. Is one of the first rigids I'd actually ever driven, you know, for work. 2013 Renault Premium. Pretty terrible. But anyway, I was just driving along and I heard hiss, 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 hiss. I wasn't hissing constantly. It was like an intermittent hiss. Hiss, 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 hiss. And it kind of sounded like it was the air brakes, just kind of, you know, the air system kind of releasing air. But it was a rigid, and it sounded like how it would sound if it was an Arctic, like if I was driving what I'm driving now. So it's a little bit confusing. Anyway, I left it for 20. It was going on for about 15-20 seconds, and then it started going along with the hissing, it was going doop, 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 like, okay, right, okay, yeah, I think it's the tyre. And I could feel that it was coming from the near side. And yeah, lo and behold, I could sort of start seeing the whole kind of vehicle tilting to the side. And I was like, okay, yeah, I got flat. So anyway, there were no hard shoulder. Obviously, it's the A46. We're just going past Wembley. I was between Wembley and Park Royal junctions. So yeah, and I ended up just pulling into the hatched area that was near the slip road. It's the only bit I didn't want to block the lane. I knew I was going to be there for ages. You know, that with breakdowns it tends to be that way. You have a breakdown and then that's 2 or 3 hours where you're going to have to wait, even if it's something simple like a tyre change. But I've put a picture up on the screen. It's been up for a while. That I did actually. I put on my Facebook page. I now have a Young Trucker UK Facebook page. So here's the picture and here's the link in the description. Links in the description for Young Trucker UK. Go and give it a follow because I'm posting some things on there. You know, about what I'm up to and polls and things like that. And you know, I plan to do a lot with it. Kind of in the country lanes at the moment. We're on Malden Road going on to Hatfield Road. When I was unloading at the previous store, I ran into the common problem when it comes to slope loading bays and cages with wheels, is that they just start rolling, and you can't stop them. They're too heavy. You can stop 1 or 2 because, you know, I'm strong enough for that, but you start getting 3 or 4 more and you're just like, no, let's just get out of the way, and you just start letting them roll. There's been a few instances in the past where I've created an absolute mess because of that. All the goods have gone everywhere, just caused an absolute mess and chaos. There's nothing you can do about it. Just trying to get past this cyclist. Hopefully no one's going to come the other way as I'm going around. I can see all the way up the road. It's a little bit windy, but I can see quite far. So I'm quite happy to do this overtake. Okay. And just in good time, a van was coming. Oh, looks like the gate's locked. I can't remember the code. There is a code for it, but I can't remember. Is the padlock on? Can't see it. It must be on the other side. No, doesn't it? Doesn't look like it. Should just be able to pull that off. Alright, let me give that a go. Yep, no problems. It was already unlocked. Thank God I didn't have to walk in. Might have actually had to put my mask on. I think I'm going to do another video here actually. I wanted to do an uncoupling and recoupling video. So stay tuned for that. It's the best way that I know how to do it. And it's the best way for the longevity of the trailer and the unit that I know of. So do stay tuned. That'll be up a couple of days, maybe 3 or 4 days after this one. Back it up. No lines on this one again. There we go. Right, we're on the base. So suspension and pull forward a little bit. There we go. Hey guys, I think you're really going to like what I've just done. Just made a really decent video of how to uncouple and recouple, and probably the best way to do it. So yeah, I've just come back out to take a thumbnail picture really for the video for the uncoupling and recoupling. So Hello again guys, you join me about 30 minutes later. We're a few minutes away from the next drop. We're just going down the A130 for the last 25 minutes. And I was feeling good, some good tunes on the radio. I haven't listened to the radio yet today because I've been busy vlogging and stuff like that. Just sitting here with my camera on my head. But yeah, we're gonna have to see what it's like in the car park. I feel like it's gonna be busy. It's a Sunday, it's kind of midday kind of time. It's not quite lunchtime yet though, so people are doing their shopping and then they're gonna go in for lunch. So hopefully I can get in without too much effort. Although it would be interesting for you to see if it did require a bit of effort. Have some exciting news. If you haven't heard of Dazzer The Trucker, it's another achqV vlogger. Looks like I might be going on his show in September, which is great. He has a truck show which he does live every Saturday or every 2 Saturdays, featuring other achqV vloggers, and just having a quiz and a conversation is actually really good. And he's invited me on, so hopefully I can get on there. Obviously I will share the link if that does happen. Go on, go on, go on. Turning right in here anyway. Right, let's have a look then. Is there anyone parked in a dodgy space? I realise we're having to go the wrong way, but we can't turn left, there's no space. So we are going the wrong way. And there is a guy, ooh, there's a 4x4 Hilux parked there. But last time there was some parked there and there was some parked there. And that made it very difficult to get in because I could barely swing around like this. But this time we can put a little bit of swing on it. Seatbelt off. Might have to readjust this, but let's keep going. Have to readjust. Have to pull it in a little bit closer and then swing it out. There's just not a lot of space to swing it round and then straighten up over this side. You can see where a lorry's hit the wall or someone's hit the wall right there. What you I have to beat that one out. Why? Why are you coming behind me when I'm trying to reverse? You stupid idiot. Yeah, there's a bit too much turn on this one, but if we bring it round, we should be right to correct it. Yeah, a little bit of too much turn, but we can bring it round like this. And then if we pull up this way, it'll be a lot easier to reverse in. It's just that blind side, it's painful. Very painful. So we can readjust for this side. This will make it a lot easier. But that's what you get when people park like that. It just makes it more difficult. But there we go, we got there in the end. So say thanks. go, we're on the bumper. Okie dokie. 11:54. Tell you what, we will stick it on brake now. We'll have 15 minutes now. We've got 2 hours 21 driving time, so I haven't done a lot of driving. But it's 15 minutes, and obviously we need 45 minutes to reset the driving time, but we probably won't need it. No, we definitely won't need it. In that case, I'll be finished by 3 o'clock as well, so I only have another 15 minutes, and I'll have that when I get to the next drop, I think. All right, 15 minutes, I'm gonna have a nap. Oh guys, right, I'm back. Time has really bloody got away from me today. I've had a half an hour break. Yeah, well, it says 15 minutes, but obviously that's for the driving time. So I have had half an hour. I'm not gonna have to reset my driving time. But I didn't mean to have half an hour. I did only mean to have 15 minutes, but I was watching videos and time kind of got away from me, I guess. It's 30 miles to the next drop. So, at least it's a decent trip. Oh yeah, by the way, I bought some food. Now, props, big props to Aldi for their wraps. I mean, they're much better than any of the other supermarkets. Only because they have more in there, and they're cheaper. They're actually cheaper. For both of these two things there, it's £2.48. It's pretty good. Okay, an hour to the next drop, 1:49. Let's get going. And let me just make sure I close the back, because I don't actually remember closing the back. Just take my gloves with me. Yeah, we're good. Do any of you guys actually listen to music radio anymore? Well, before coronavirus, my kind of usual radio stations were what? Radio 1, KISS, Capital FM, and more recently kind of Radio 2. So I've got all of them, right, on the presets on this radio, and they're all just playing absolute rubbish. I'm just thinking, what is going on? I mean, oh, what's happening here? Nothing. I remember kind of 2 years ago, maybe a year ago, when I used to listen to it, especially during the summer, just feeling good songs. You know, it was good. But I just feel like now it's just not the same. It's a lot more rapping, I guess. I'm not a big fan of rapping. And then when Corona came about, I switched over to LBC. I mean, I've been listening to LBC for probably 7 or 8 years, since I was really young. But I enjoyed listening to Corona on LBC, because as you can imagine, that was the only thing they were talking about. I'm on the M25. I'm 35 minutes away from the last drop. So, yeah, it's quite simple. Yeah, really, there's not a lot to go talk about now. It's just simple. Finish the route, go home, job done. Yep, it's gonna let me out. He's indicating over. I'll give him a wave as he goes past, but we will have to move back in as well. So he's flashed. Give him a wave. And give Tesco's a wigwag. Alright, I'll catch up with you when we're a little bit closer. Very possible those elderly drivers just got loads of water through their window. It seems to have rained here a lot more recently than earlier. It's still puddling, but I'm spraying up a load of water as I drive. Current location, A10 northbound. Just going past Ware South, as you can see there. Actually coming back to the A414 where we were on the way to Chelmsford. earlier on this morning. About 7 minutes we should be at the last drop. I think we have 11 cages to deliver. Take the empties and then we can go. The good thing about delivering here is it's pretty close to the yard, so not a long trip back, because this little trip here is well, it's twice if not 3 times as long as the journey between the rest of the drops, being an hour and 10 minutes long, and it makes you feel a bit sleepy. Welcome to Ware. Just entering now from the A10. Some tight roads in the middle of Ware. We're not going quite into the centre, so it's not quite as bad, but I used to deliver to the supermarket right in the centre, and that was interesting, yeah. Especially the first couple of times, well, the first time when I didn't actually know how to get into the store. So I kind of drove around in circles, and there's weight restrictions and there's tight roads everywhere. Bit of a hassle. Once I knew where to go though, it was quite simple really. Alrighty, so the yard is up on the right. I'm not going to record in the yard, so I will leave you to it. And catch you when the delivery is done. We have 11 cages, shouldn't take too long, maybe 15 minutes just to take them off and then put the empties on. So, I'll catch you in a bit. That's it from me for another vlog, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you head over to Nessatrucker UK and Dazzer The Trucker. Their pictures are on screen now. Not only that, but their links are in the description, so go over there and tell them I sent you as well. Anyway, until next time guys, I'll see you later.